Good evening. This is Micaiah Jackson with the JFK Report. I'm outside Dream City Church here in Phoenix, Arizona. Gorgeous night. It's a big tent event for all the candidates running in Arizona for state and federal. And right now, Carrie Lake is speaking. But that's not the point right now. I am talking to an important candidate running for a water board of director here in Arizona, Amanda Monize.
Yes, that's correct.
All right. Nice to meet you, Amanda.
Nice to meet you.
So can you just tell us more about exactly what I know it's something to do with a water board, and that this is very important to Arizona right now. So can you explain it more in depth?
Yeah, so the official office is the Central Arizona Water Conservation District Board of Directors, better known as the Central Arizona Project.
Okay.
We all know the canals and the water that runs, around the state. And this particular position is running for a position for Maricopa County, and they oversee our allocations from the Colorado River, and they help supply that water to 80% of the state.
Wow. Now they're electing 5 people this year. Is that who's up? And you're one of the 5?
Well, that's correct. So I am not an incumbent, but in Maricopa County, there's 10 seats that serve for Maricopa County. There's also some in Pinal and Pima County. But right now, there's 5 seats up for election in Maricopa. 2 of them are incumbents, and there's the rest of us. There's actually 14 people total running for these 5 seats.
So how many seats are there in total?
There's 15 total seats.
And they're only from 3 counties?
Correct, yes.
I find that a little bit odd. You would think you would want people from each county, actually, like maybe depending. Arizona doesn't have that many counties. I don't know the exact number, but I know it's under 20.
Yes.
But you're electing. There's 15 for the Board of Waters coming from 3 counties. You just said Maricopa, Pinal, and
Pima. Yes.
Do you feel, is that a problem, do you think, focusing on 3 counties that have majority of the population not coming from other states, especially the Colorado River's up north? You would think you would kind of want maybe some people from that area? Or
well, part of the other parts of the state have different water districts.
Okay.
So what governs this position is that it is a state statute that is a special taxing district. What it really was created for is that when the water was being transported, we needed to pay off the cap system because we had to collect taxes.
Yes.
So in order to collect taxes, you need representation by the people.
Yep.
So they created this board in order to have the representation of the taxes by the taxpayer.
Okay. Maybe it's because a majority of the farmers in Arizona, more in the valley here, or southern Arizona,
they're mostly in southern Arizona.
Okay,
so,
I could get that. Maybe
yes.
that makes more sense to me because the majority of the farmers are down here. Now, do you guys work a lot with agriculture and farmers then because of the water issue?
Yes, we do, and that's part of why I'm running, actually.
Good.
Because we're taking significant cuts from the Colorado River water, and 70% of our water use goes to our agriculture, and that is the first on the chopping block. They have taken major cuts this year, and going into next year, they're taking additional cuts to their water resource. And so that's a big issue for me because our local agriculture is what keeps us alive here in Arizona.
Yes.
And it worries me because if our farms die off, I don't know where we're going to get our food from. California isn't going to help us out.
No.
They've killed off their farmlands a long time ago.
I actually just went through California February of this year on I-5 all the way down from the top to the bottom of California. There are signs everywhere. And you're driving through farming country in California, we're on I-5, and there were signs calling out Newsom, give us back our water. These farms are dying. It's heartbreaking and it's sad. And actually, a lot of our fruit come from California.
Yes.
So and to see that happening in Arizona is not good. We cannot have that. Our local farmers, it's everything why this country thrives. I come from a ranching family out of Montana, and I grew up in Ohio where a lot of farmers, farm too, but the water isn't a problem over there.
Yes.
So seeing it here, this is a very dying issue that we need to work on and just store the water conservation of the state.
Yes,
so.
And we've done a phenomenal job in the state of Arizona. Part of what this particular seat does is it also oversees the recharging district, the Central Arizona Recharging District. So what they do is we take reused water, we buy water from another resource to recharge our aquifers. So we actually have an amazing supply of water because of these conservation efforts where we're supplying our aquifers, because we have a lot of groundwater in addition to that surface water. And there's other districts, there's other supplies of water. So why we're talking about Maricopa, Pinal, and Pima County this is where the Colorado River goes to.
Yeah.
And it was originally instituted so that farmers would not be using too much groundwater. but we're seeing that there's an imbalance there, but also that they need to be supported and help with getting more efficient technology to continue to grow.
Yes.
Because currently on the board, a big position is paying farmers to fallow, which means to not grow anything. So they have dusty fields, and when these farmers can't afford their land anymore, what happens to that land? It gets purchased. And whether it's purchased by some big name, a guy who runs, a computer company, or if it's maybe somebody who wants to come in and move a bunch of Californians into our state, that's what's happening to our farmland.
Well, now I think what else we're seeing too, if I'm not mistaken, there is a lot of farmland owned by Saudi Arabians here in the state.
Yeah.
So we have that. Then you have the Chinese nationals and government buying farmland all over America. Why are we letting non-American citizens come here and buy our farmland? Like, we need to take care of our country first, and the farmers, it's really focused on the local level. So now specifically who votes for you? Is it the whole state, or is it specifically, since you're in Maricopa County, it's only Maricopa County voters get to see you on their ballot?
It's only Maricopa County voters, because I'm technically representing those taxpayers.
Okay.
So in Pinal and Pima County, Pima, there's 4 representatives, and in Pinal, there's 1. So they're voted within that county.
Okay.
So we're representing most of Maricopa. Although what we see, the operations in which we oversee CAP affect those other counties as well.
Yes. All right. Yeah, it was a pleasure speaking with you, Amanda. Is there any way we can support you, or you have you have a campaign page, any social media? And the big day is November 8th, Arizona. So come in and vote. If you're here in Maricopa County, vote for Amanda Monize.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
What would you like to tell your audience where they can support you at?
Yes, I'm running with 3 other conservatives. This is a nonpartisan race. So you're not going to see the little R's and D's next to people's names. And there's 14 people on this ballot. So I'm running with 3 other conservatives: Jason Lundgren, Donovan Neese, and Barbara Ciego. If you want to learn more about us, you can go to capwaterboard.com. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, guys. God bless from Arizona.